What is it, Colonel?
Snake, I've been speaking with Otacon, and we need to change the mission parameters.
Run into something unexpected?
We need you to go to patreon.com/displaying model behavior and subscribe.
Patreon? Is that like Metal Gear?
No, but it does contain exclusive videos that only Patreon subscribers can see.
A real for your eyes only mission, huh? I'm logging in and subscribing now.
Snake, wait. Before you start watching the videos, you need to finish the original mission. Snake? Snake? Snake!
The Model Behavior Patreon. Kept you waiting, huh?
There's a new Street Fighter on your windowsill. The weapon is peace, the word is chill.
Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behaviour, the Earth's most speculative action figure video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk toys. Guys, the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer came out this week, and it has caused all kinds of speculation and hubbub and brouhaha. It's got the juices flowing, and we're very excited about that, and it's causing me to consider some rash decisions. As you all know, I am a 616 exclusive guy. I don't collect MCU figures, but oh my goodness, like a full-on MCU kind of Spider-Man wave with the Sinister Six? Geez Louise, that might tempt me. First of all, people were saying, wouldn't it be cool if Marvel did a 3-pack of Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield? And I was like, geez, if they did that, that might have to be my first MCU figure purchase. And then I thought, could you make a Sinister Six out of the available MCU figures? And you know what? You can do. And I'm going to tell you how. So first of all, we have the MCU Deluxe Vulture. Classic Sinister Six member there. And that's terrific. He's right there coming out in a deluxe form. First of all, we had the Builder figure, where you had the Vulture figure and then you could build the wings. That was a bit, no one was too excited about building wings. We found that again with the Falcon. It's like, yeah, the wings look great, but I mean, really? Come on. But now they're bringing him out as a beautiful deluxe figure, and I'm like, this is my chance to get on board with this. So that is one packed, sealed, ready to go, off the shelf, brand new Sinister Six member right there. And for the other ones, we got to get a little creative, but you know what? That's why your boy is right here. So first of all, another easy one. Mysterio, Far From Home. Again, a modern, legit Marvel legend. He's not necessarily still on the shelf. He's been and gone, but he's not that hard to find either. If you go onto eBay or the Facebook groups, he's not super rare. You can pick him up for pretty much average kind of retail price, honestly. But now the old cogs are turning in the brain box, and I'm thinking, are we going to get a new deluxe release of Mysterio? Is the kind of Spider-Man Sinister Six nostalgia going to start happening, and are Hasbro already thinking about this? It might be, but there's been no hint of that so far, so if you do see a Mysterio, now might be a good time to pick him up. Alright, those are two easily securable ones, but now we got to get a little bit more creative, alright? So first of all, the big one, of course, the Sinister Six, the main man himself, Dr. Octopus. Where are we going to find him? Well, first of all, we're going to find him in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie. Oh my god, that was such an exciting moment when the claw, gudunk, the tentacle comes up and he's like, hello, Peter. That was just goosebumpy. So awesome. I wish that I didn't know it was happening. You know, that's the double-edged sword about being on the internet. And we do it to ourselves. We do. And that's what really hurts. But I know that if I'd seen it without any kind of forewarning, it would have been incredible. But, it is what it is. But we don't have an MCU Dr. Octopus that has been recently made. We got to go way back into time. To the Toy Biz? I think it was still Toy Biz. Yeah, I'm pretty confident it was. Actually, no, I'm not confident at all, having said that. Maybe it was Hasbro, but that's not important. I'll double check it later. But we had a Sandman Spider-Man movie wave, and it was all-encompassing of all three Spider-Man movies. Of course, the figures are quite old, so do they hold up to modern standards? No. But you can fill the gaps. So first of all, Dr. Octopus, he's right there. And there are some really good things about him. His claws look really cool. Whether or not, you'd have to get one that's about 20 years old now, so your results may vary. But at a glance, the claws look awesome, and that's the biggest part of Doc. The face kind of shows its age. It's back in the days of faces looking a bit, but still, he wears sunglasses. So if you've got the sunglasses on there, that can hide a few sins. Then with the trench coat, it's a cool looking Doc Ock with the rips in the back where the arms come out. He looks cool, and of course, Doc Ock is the master planner. He's the man who puts together the Sinister Six. He's the one who makes it happen. He is the one who knocks. So you've got to have Doc Ock. I'm just hoping, a lot of people are speculating and just fantasy booking, that maybe Hasbro might give us a deluxe release of the Alfred Molina Dr. Octopus. Could you imagine that? Just like the Vulture, a deluxe release with huge big tentacles coming out the back with articulated grabbers. That would be amazing. But still, that's 3 members of the Sinister Six right there. Now then, we also have Sandman himself. And this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky, guys. I'm not sure how much luck we might have with this one, because there is a single release Sandman from that wave, and he's not too difficult to find. You can go onto eBay, you can look him up. He's not even crazy expensive, but the reason for that is that he's really not a great figure, to be honest. It's what's his name? The actor. It's not Tom Hardy, it's not Thomas Jane. It's something like that, though. It'll come to me. But he was a great Sandman. He was one of the few good things in Spider-Man 3. But there is a Build-A-Figure of him in a crazy sandstorm sort of pose, which arguably is the worst Build-A-Figure ever made. Because it's just a posable statue, but it's not even what is it a statue of? Just swirling bits of sand. It's really bizarre that it made it out of the conceptual stage. No one looked at it and went, nah mate, no one's gonna want that. But still, if you want to make an MCU Sinister Six, then that is the Sandman to go for. So now we got Ock, we got Sandman, we got Mysterio, and we have got, who else was I saying? The Vulture. Alright, so now we have Electro. And Electro is another relatively easy one as well. Go forward to the Return of Marvel Legends wave, the ultimate green Goblin wave, and that is where you will find Electro. But the question is, do you want to be reminded of that Electro? Because that was not a good film and not a good character. That was the comb-over, gap-toothed... oh god, I don't want to start, because if I start, I'll start talking about how much I hate Amazing Spider-Man 2, about, well, everything it does, to be honest. And I don't want to go down that route. Hatred makes people look ugly, so let's just not talk about that, but let's just say for the record, you can get Electro. You can get the blue Electro from Amazing Spider-Man 2. He's not hard to come by, and that is almost completing the Sinister Six. The final member, of course, of the classic Sinister Six is Craven. And that's a stumbling block, because quite simply, we haven't had Craven in the MCU. Not in the Disney MCU, not in the Raimi, not in the long ago. We ain't had a Craven. And I think probably the main reason for that is he's not the most visually exciting villain. He doesn't have crazy cinematic superpowers. He's just a guy in leopard print. So to fill the Craven slot, you can always bring in a ringer. You can bring in someone else, as the Sinister Six has been oft known to do. Now, of course, an easy one to get, for example, would be Venom, the Tom Hardy Venom that came out last year. But the problem is, Venom's never really been a team player. And it would kind of strike false to have Venom in the Sinister Six. But of course, guys, I also forgot to mention that the Sandman Build-A-Figure wave also has the Green Goblin. Of course, the Willem Dafoe Green Goblin, who we know is going to be appearing in Spider-Man No Way Home as well, which is kind of a big deal. That's one of the main ones that everyone is most excited about, myself included. But I didn't specifically think to include him because he's never really been a Sinister Six kind of guy. He's always been very personal with his approach to Spider-Man, so it never really made sense for him to team up with other people. So I didn't think about the Green Goblin when making that list. But oh my goodness, if you want to collect figures that represent the Spider-Man No Way Home characters, then yeah, totally grab yourself a, what's his name now? Willem Dafoe. Man, my brain is just off today. Grab yourself a Willem Dafoe Green Goblin. But more importantly, there is a character who might still be appearing in Spider-Man No Way Home, and that is the Lizard. We don't know for sure. There's one very quick shot in the trailer where Spidey is being attacked by some kind of big hulking creature. Is it Venom? Is it Lizard? Is it Scorpion? We don't actually know yet. It's too early to tell, but it's fun to speculate. But what if it's the Lizard? The Lizard would be a great extra member for the Sinister Six. Classic Stan Lee, Ditko kind of era villain, and we have another figure for him. Not from the Marvel Legends line, but still Hasbro. When the Amazing Spider-Man came out, they did a whole range of figures again, and we got a Lizard individual figure. And I tell you what, he actually scales pretty damn darn well with your Marvel Legends. The only problem is that he looks like the MCU Lizard. Well, not the MCU Lizard, but you know what I mean. The Andrew Garfield movie Lizard. And that Lizard looks really, really bad. He looks like a Goomba. And that's not me being clever, because every man and his dog makes that comparison because it's so accurate. The only people who didn't see that were the ones who were actually designing the creature. I don't know, maybe they were too close to the project, or maybe it was a hilarious joke. Either way, the Lizard doesn't look great, but you can get him to fill that Raimi pre-MCU type Sinister Six. And guys, that is technically it for the Sinister Six. So you can make an MCU Sinister Six at home with just a little bit of internet searching and a liberal use of your credit card. But then, of course, just to combine all the Spider-Men as well, I think the best Spider-Man, really, it's kind of dealer's choice. You know, we've got the new unmasked Tom Holland that was announced. I think it was a Walgreens exclusive. He looks great, but again, it's the red and black, and I want the red and blue. We haven't had enough classic red and blue Spider-Man in the MCU. That's something I really lament. We've had Iron Spider, Night Monkey, we're getting the new black and gold looking costume. I just want classic Spidey. Is that too much to ask? Apparently it is. But if you can find him, then of course there is a Civil War Spidey, and I think there is also a original, what's it called? Homecoming Spider-Man. I'd like a classic red and blue Spidey, because then you want to match him up with, of course, Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland. No, I'm talking about Tom Holland. Mark Webb. No, that's the director. Andrew Garfield. There we go. We got there in the end. So with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire, you can get him in the Sandman Build-A-Figure wave as well. It's not a blow-away figure, but it's decent. It fills that gap, and of course it's a Marvel Legend as well, so you got continuity there. And then for the Andrew Garfield one, it's actually a really good figure. Going back to the Ultimate Green Goblin Build-A-Figure wave, you can get an amazing Spider-Man 2 figure. And he looks really good. I'm kind of annoyed at myself for not having it already. But again, it's a movie figure, so I'm not that fussed. But that will be a perfect addition. And that, guys, is how you build an MCU Sinister Six from what we already have. And the more I talk about it, the more I really want to do it. And that's a dangerous thing, because my credit card is not liking me right now. Why? I'll tell you. I was busy today. I went shopping. And the dangerous thing about having your pre-orders delayed is that you want to buy other things. So guys, I went to Forbidden Planet and I bought some fun stuff I want to show you. First of all, I got the Maestro Hulk. I've been giving out about this figure, how it's a lazy repaint, but so many people have been telling me that it's a great figure. So you know what? I finally yielded, and now that I've got him and I've dressed him up in all of his trophies, the guy is such a magpie. He just collects everything. But he looks awesome. So happy with that. And thanks to Galactus and all of the tiers and the heralds, I'm really getting into my cosmic characters. So I thought, come on, you gotta get Quasar to complete your cosmic shelf. So I'm really happy with him. Except for he's got a little blemish on his face that I'm just thinking, damn it, I bought him in person. I should have checked the box more closely to try and get one that didn't have a little blemish, but it is what it is. And then finally, I got the Alpha Predator, which is a character that I have been agonizing over getting for such a long time, because I was like, oh, I don't really get NECA Predators, but he looks so cool. And now that I finally got him, I'm not even mad. He is really, really awesome. So today was a good day. And thank you so much to everyone who randomly donated to the channel throughout the last couple of days, because as I said, that's exactly where your money goes. Just on more action figures. It's the circle of life. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see here and you want to see more, join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And if you want to go that extra step, You can support the channel by going to patreon.com/displaying model behavior, just like these saviors of model behavior did. You can go on there and see all the exclusive videos, and you can watch my Legends Legacy review, and you can watch me unbox some of the stuff that I got today. So it's all good fun. But guys, for the meantime, thanks very much for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Chill.
Podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer. Oh no. I'm never going to get this done now. So I'm hoping that at some point we're going to get a decent, regular, normal Marvel Legend blue-red spy. I'm just rambling on too much. I need to get to the point more. Yeah, this ain't no good. I'm going to start this video again.